Hey, how's it going, guys? Today we're gonna talk about commodity chain projects on guns for my geography final projects at the Ohio State University. So, what we're gonna do for today is that I'm gonna talk to you about a little bit of a background about guns and how is it related in the US and the supply chain about guns and its environmental and social impacts on society. So let's get started. So, whenever I say guns, I do not mean hot glue guns, but rather this type of guns, which has the capabilities to kill people, and it has revolutionized how we defend ourselves and how we look upon weapons. So are the type of guns and firearms that are available in the US. When actually there are a lot of um, types of guns out there, but I'm gonna focus on these four that is prevalent in the US, which is handguns or pistol, are shotguns, rifle, and machine guns. And this machine guns is called Uzi. So, what are the uses of guns and firearms? There, I basically can divide it into three, which is individual, state, and sports. For individual, people use it to protect their family in emergency, personal safety and self-defense, food by hunting, such as usually people like hunt birds for food, and for collection. And for the state, they have two um, separate uses. First is for local, and other one is for global. And for sports, basically used for Olympic competition and recreational shootings. So, we're gonna be focusing on guns in the United States since the um, it is this topic is too broad. So basically, not many countries that legalize the gun ownership, and U.S. is one of the few countries that legalize the ownership of guns to normal civilians. Um, Other countries such as Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, and Switzerland are also allowing its citizens to own a guns. However, the policy varies by nation. Some of the countries, the law are more tighter, and other is less tighter. Um, for example, in China, it is illegal to own a gun, to the point that it is so strict that they may get a death penalty for as a punishment. Um, for some countries that have the gun law, um, it is so strict that and at the same time they are allowing citizens to own a gun. So they have to go through a lot of processes to own a gun, such as they have to get they have to go to the police station to have some sort of um, approval, and they have to go to see a doctor, get approval from the doctor, and even the police or cop go to the his or her neighborhood area and ask the neighbor whether he is doing fine for the past months in order for him to get to own a guns. So basically, for United States, it's the citizen can own a gun based on the Second Amendment. Um, so the question that comes up next is, why is it even legal? So I would say that it is simply because big firearms corporation like NRA or National Rifle Association has been lobbying the Congress. And for example, in 2013, they have spent more than 3 million US dollars to defend their interests or defend the Second Amendment. And as a result, it is not surprising to know that US has the highest number of guns per capita, and it kept increasing as we speak. And these are the supply chain that I managed together. Um, so basically, we have it can be divided into two. One is local, and the other is international. So from the factory, um, uh, for local, they go from factory to inspection and straight away to distribution, and they need to have some sort of that data collection and inventory tracking before it goes to dealer, and dealer also need to have that. And for the customer, in order for them to buy um, a firearm, they need to have a license from the FFL, and a bit different for guns that come from international. They have to go through the ATF, the Bureau of Alcohol, um, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosive. Um, Basically, what happen in factory is that several processes. The material that are used for making firearms is basically steel, aluminum, and polymer, and the processes are they forge components, and next they anneal and machine the components, and they're rifling the barrel, then they apply the protective layer, and they assemble it, and finally a quality control. So these are the local guns company that available in the US. There are actually a lot more. Um, these are some of the companies that are prevalent in the US. Um, there are actually a lot of international companies that actually available as well. So where is it actually at? I would say that for the factories um, there at least have one factories per state in the US. But these are some of the factories that I managed to find. Um, One in California, in Yao Ming, in Kentucky, and also in Ohio, um, in New York, in New Havens, and also in Connecticut. Um, I want to give you the view of how much the dealer shop that we have in the US. So on the right picture, as you can see, there's a lot of dots over there. It means that in Idaho alone, there are 180 dealer shops in in Idaho alone. So it's not surprising to say that there are a lot more dealer shops than Subway and McDonald's restaurant combined. So some people think that this is absurd because it seems like it overpass our basic needs in life, such as food and drinks. So it's as if like we really need guns as our primary needs in life. And now we're going to go talk about the social and environmental effects um, of guns. So basically, for environment, there has been a concern about the effect of lead ammunition on the natural environment and human health, as we know that lead is a toxic element that can be detrimental even though it is inhaled in a small quantity. And people, when they go to hunting, they shoot a bird, and basically the lead actually disperse in the meat. So it's people say that it has can be poisonous to people because there are lead in the meat. Um, And for the environment itself, there's ample evidence that can relate to the use of lead and its environmental effects. Because when a gun is shot, the lead is discharged from the pellet to the environment. Um, and next is the social impact. This is the most interesting part about guns, the gun debates, whereby people use it as uh, gun violence, or what they call it, gun abuse. So there are ample or several mass shootings that happens in the U.S., such as Virginia Tech tragedy killing 32 people, Sandy Hook Elementary School, um, 26 people shot to death, a killing in Texas, and Aurora in Colorado. So people has been debating about this matter for the past decades, and it's really critical as people are weighing which one is better, whether or not we should have a gun law, or is it enough for us to only have um, a police to protect the citizen. And contrary to popular belief that guns actually kills a lot people, cause a lot of people die from this massacre. It is indeed true, but if we were to compare to other cause of death, um, mass shootings can be considered as really rare. And from in one website, an FBI report stated that from year 2000 to 2013, it's only 418 people died because of these mass shootings, compared to other causes like homicides, um, like um, homicides and other things, uh, heart attack. And people believe that for the pro gun law, they believe that the media has been giving an absurd amount of coverage media when it comes to mass shootings. Um, and these are the statistics that came out from the FBI reports. They said you are more likely to hit by a lightning strike than you are gonna be shoot to death by a mass shooting. So it really depends on whether do you think it's we're gonna have to find a middle ground. So for the government, um, what they need to do is that if they believe that people really need this gun law, they believe that people should have the right to own a gun. They need to make a stricter gun law whereby they track and make sure they know where all the guns that are available in the US go. So like we have in Japan, where they are really strict, where they go to the house and to the neighborhood area and ask whether these people that want to buy guns are behaving good or not to that point. So I think we should do the same in order to ensure that for those who owns the gun, who has guns in their possession, has a completely stabilized mental stability, um, what else, have no mental problem, some sort of that. And yeah, that's it. So that's it. So that's it for my presentation. um, Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much. Bye bye.